Kicking off round 3 of tonight's Super Fights is going to be a showdown between Onnit Invitational veterans and leg lock specialists. When 10th Planet headquarters, Marvin Castelle takes on Henzo Gracie Academy's Frank Rosenthal. Any major grappling show, and you got Frank Rosenthal, Danaher Death Squad, taking on 10 PHQ black belt, Marvin Castelle. Man, it'll be a battle of the legs tonight. And it's also such a disparity in terms of size. You got a guy that's 5'7" going against a guy that's 6'1". So let's see how this plays out.
Marvin's got that really nice Imanari roll too.
And in the red corner,
it'll be interesting to see if his opponent Rosenthal just sits down as soon as possible to mitigate that.
You know, and that's what he did the last time he was out here when he took on. He actually won his bracket when he took on Anthony Burchak in the finals, and that's what a lot of it was Anthony Burchak being a U.S. freestyle champion in wrestling. He sat in that open guard, took it to overtime, and rode it out, and we'll see how it goes tonight.
I got to favor Marvin with this one.
Marvin, Mr. Imanari.
Oh, yep.
You were right,
Rosenthal
man.
right to the ground. I don't blame him. That would have been my plan.
I actually spoke with Rosenthal yesterday evening. We were talking a little bit before he's warming up, and that was one of the things you'll notice too. Look at the mitts on that kid. Yeah. He's 5'7". He's got the hands of someone that's like 6'3". Go Marvin.
Those Danaher kids though are legit.
They are, man. And the thing is too about their style. I mean, it's just kind of like he was kind of explaining, it's almost like a poker face kind of thing. It's like when you're sitting there, it's like pure confidence. Like, come on, bring it.
Right.
What are you going to do to me? And that also kind of allows for him to kind of save up that cardio for overtime if necessary.
Right. He keeps going to his back a little bit, though, at least rocking backwards, which, is not the typical, pulling in that leg to single leg X or, the hurricane guard.
Mm-hmm. Rosenthal looks like he's never seen the sun.
We were trying to come up with a good nickname for him yesterday. It's from Rockland County, New York, so I've been jokingly calling him the pride of Rockland County.
How about pasty?
How about sesame seed bagel with cream cheese?
Both of them kind of get to that Barambola position too, but it doesn't seem like either one of them is comfortable doing that with the no-gi.
Very methodical, both of them too, man. Just really making sure every move counts. No,
a lot of footsie going on here. Let's call it what it is, Lupe.
Okay. It's a lot of footsie going on. Technical footsie. 8 minutes left in this match here.
We've seen a lot of leg attacks tonight, but not a whole lot of like Kimura, armbar, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it really just seems that the right now that's that current trend.
The legs, man.
Yeah, it's all about them feet, them ankles.
Also, your old school mind can't fathom the new technique. You just really want people to stay top heavy and work on the arm.
I don't know if it's that, because that seems like that was just made up on the spot. But it seems like that people are just ignoring an entire half of a target. That they're going strictly feet, legs, and ignoring necks. And
well, I mean, that's what it was before. And as the pendulum swings,
they went to the lower half of the body.
Right.
Much like in politics, we see a fuckus. A fuckus in the lower half. That's how it's said, right?
Yeah.
Who's seen Mallrats?
Oh, yeah,
the
plenty
chick
of
with
times.
the triple nipple?
Oh, yeah, that was actually the lady
Come on,
from
fuck us.
It was from the chick from I Dream of
sex
Genie,
in a
actually.
very uncomfortable position.
That is exactly right.
Barbara Eden, who that was in that film.
Not a lot of people are laughing here, but I guarantee you when you're watching at home,
all
this is
7 of
you
them
appreciate.
all 7 people watching that haven't
Tens
just turned
of
off
people,
the sound by now.
Tens of people are enjoying my commentary, Kurt Shrout.
So, a little bit of a sweep there.
And they all work at dryfarmwines.com.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Code word on it for a free bottle of wine. Actually, for a penny bottle. There
Pay
you
for
go.
the shipping.
Kurt, you got it. Yeah, pay for the shipping too.
I'd like to see Rosenthal attack some arm drags from these positions. Whenever he's sitting up, Castelle looks like he's kind of susceptible to it, but Rosenthal really hasn't been able to set up much of an attack.
This third round of Super Fights tonight is brought to you by Fuji Sports. Big thanks to Fuji Sports for supplying our official Onnit Invitational 10 rash guards.
Hey, and huge shout out to Andrew Craig for setting up this card. These are some pretty legit matchups.
Absolutely.
He did a really good job.
He had that for half a second there. And yeah, big shout out to Andrew Craig.
I feel like he missed out on some opportunities for more kids from more kids from Colorado, but it is what it is. Oh, look, Lovato's back.
It's okay.
Oh, you want who to leave? Me? Damn it.
Man, the legendary Kurt Schrout has to leave for now. We got Rafael Lovato Jr. coming back to the broadcast booth.
Silver medalist from Master World Senior 10 Division, Kurt Schrout has left us for Master Rafael Lovato Jr. fighting for the middleweight world championship in Bellator against Gegard Mousasi.
January 26th.
Yes.
That's going to be live on. Is that going to be on Paramount Network?
Yes, it will.
And DAZN.
No need to go around the jiu-jitsu accolades. Lord knows we got those. And if you want to take a deeper dive into Lovato Jr.'s background, jump on the Human Optimization Hour podcast where he was a guest and took the deep dive.
With Kyle Kingsbury.
That's right. I'm not going to name drop myself, but thank you.
I was just saying goodbye to Vinny Signs and his uncle Eddie, who's one of my black belts. They're heading back home. What have I missed? Man. Marvin attacking the leg?
Yeah, just I guess the past minute and a half, it's really been this. There was a short window of opportunity the Rosenthal had. Still got right out.
A little bit of footsie, a little bit of patty cake, but it's starting to get real right now.
Patty cake too?
Yeah.
Damn.
Like Roger Rabbit style patty cake. Both these guys would tap me in 30 seconds, so I'm not saying otherwise, but let's call it what it is.
Marvin had that highlight reel Imanari roll at a fight to win.
Yeah.
Kurt Schrout talked about it earlier. He's trying to take credit now. In the background.
Nonetheless, it was still a fantastic finish, man. Over 1 million views, 2 million views, something like that. But
Kurt Schrout doesn't have a microphone anymore,
That's just
folks.
crazy to hear you say that. 1 million views, 2 million views. I remember watching VHS tape.
Oh, yeah.
From Brazil.
Right. I mean, you would buy them on martial arts
on the mat.com back in the day, down there in Brazil, filming and getting the footage. All the best guys at the time. Now it's just ridiculous.
It's amazing.
The access that you can have to the best in the world, studying all the video and instructionals. Everyone has an online site, training site.
And everybody's, I mean, like, it's crazy on Instagram of all places, like jiu-jitsu, like social media in general. You see a lot of, like, you see a lot more of it out there. And it's really spreading a lot more in terms of, I guess, the mainstream for a lot of mixed martial arts and martial arts fans in general.
Yeah, make sure you follow Onnit. Make sure. Kyle, are you posting much these days?
I just posted about this event here.
Good for you.
I'm really on top of the game here.
I was just about to say that, man. You're on top of it.
You can follow me on Instagram.
What's the handle?
At Lovato Jr. BJJ. It's Lovato.
I tagged you in my post, which means you have not been online since this started, but that's okay.
I did a story that tagged you.
You're engrossed in the
I tagged
event.
you in a
There's nothing
story.
wrong with it.
Lupe can vouch for me.
I can vouch because I got the message. Yeah, I was tagged in Lovato's story here.
I should repost. I've turned post notifications off. I think
Good for
that's
you.
important
Good
for
for
us
you.
to live a normal life, somewhat in the modern world.
I do the same thing. I'll check it when I check it. Both guys look like they just want to play from their guard. About 90 seconds.
Once again, want to give a shout out to Onnit and Onnit.com for hosting tonight's Onnit Invitational 10. Make sure to stop by if you're ever in the Austin area to see the state-of-the-art facility. You never know who you might run into.
Onnit.com/podcast for 10% off all supplements and food products.
Or Onnit.com/Lovato Jr. BJJ.
There you go. Actually, throw it to Lovato Jr., BJJ, folks.
There you go. Or if you want to come back and watch any of our previous Onnit Invitationals, you can go to onnit.com/live.
It's really cool that they brought together this sort of high-level jiu-jitsu free for everyone to watch.
Oh, it's fantastic.
And it's been a great show here at the amazing Onnit headquarters. Looking forward to a couple days of training here. Hopefully get a session with Primal Soldier.
I was just about to ask that. I was like, is that part of your strength and conditioning for this upcoming fight? If you were going to be doing like some kettlebells or some steel mace?
Yeah, I always do I do both at home with my strength and conditioning coach, Luke Tyree. And we're big fans of Eric. I got to get some work in with him when I was here earlier this year. Loved it.
Fascinating
hoping
story.
To do some more.
Fascinating story about Eric Leha, the Primal Soldier. He learned how, and this is previous, I think it's past the, what do you call it, the statutory...
Statutes or whatever?
Statute of limitations.
Yeah, statute of limitations, yeah.
He learned how to create DMT and made DMT every day for over a year and smoked it every evening until it stopped working.
Dude,
he tells us on the Human Optimization Hour podcast with Eric Leha, Primal Soldier. So it's not like I'm divulging any information he has not indulged previously, but that is pretty fucking fascinating if you ask me.
So, man, Marvin Castell's got the back here. He's got the body triangle.
He's really on it, too.
Man, yeah, that looks really nasty for...
Well, he's 6 foot
that's
more.
That's some long legs, man. That's some bony hips going into your back, and that's nasty.
I'm also interested in trying to get a session in with Leo on the mace. Have you worked with Leo, Kyle?
The Savage,
yes,
Leo.
The
he
Savage.
Is incredible.
My coach is a huge fan of his.
He's
and
fucking incredible.
is working on getting certified.
You know what? He's really good at linking things together and getting into flow state, and he has some incredible animal flows as well as with the mace. Yeah,
that's one thing I like about Eric, too. He's got the flows with the kettlebells, and Leo is doing the same thing with the mace.
The beautiful thing about the flows, and this is what I learned when I did the kettlebell cert here on it, was that it's whatever the fuck you want it to be. If you want to focus on strength, you can flow in a strength flow that will have you dead in 5 minutes. Or you want to focus on mobility, you're a little banged up, you grab a lighter one, and you just flow through different positions that open the body.
Yeah.
So it can suit whatever you're doing.
You know, I think you'd be a big fan of a friend of mine, Kyle. His name is Cameron Shane. He's a movement specialist. He's a martial artist who found yoga, who then created a system of movement arts that's really amazing, really beautiful, the Budokan movement system. And I've been doing a lot of work with him as well for my mobility and movement. And
what's his handle on the gram? Let's give him a plug.
Cameron Shane, at Cameron Shane. He posts some great stuff. He can move in ways that are just incredible. This looks locked in. This looks sunk in.
This is what Rosenthal's really, really good at, man. That's a cut very
big. That was big.
And these Danaher black belts can really do damage from that back position.
They can, man.
There's no doubt.
That's the same way that he beat Ricky Boulay, actually. Before.